Hello everyone and welcome to Edusurg Clinics. I am Dr. Gunjan Desai and today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is systematic review and meta-analysis, and we have divided this into two parts. So in the first part we are going to discuss what is systematic review, the various types of review articles, as well as what is meta-analysis and the difference between systematic review, meta-analysis and the other types of reviews that are present. So the basis lies in the word itself. It's a review. Okay. It means is that you collect many articles on a particular topic and you analyze these articles and then present it in a single article. So basically you are clubbing multiple articles on a single topic. For example, say the role of robotics in rectal cancer. So if you see around 100 articles on this topic, you do the process of what is known as systematic review steps. And then if you present a single article on it, that is what is a review or a review. It can be a narrative review where you are just describing the topic, or it can be a systematic review, or it can be a meta-analysis. So basically multiple already published articles, you analyze them. There are multiple steps involved in this process, and then you publish the outcomes. So basically you are studying the studies, okay? Study of studies is basically what is review. So types of review, a very basic type is known as a narrative review. Like we have an article on gastroduodenal artery, that is a narrative review, or the article on first jejunal vein, again a narrative review. It's a broad overview of topic where you will select and interpret studies based on the author's preference. The advantage is that it is flexible with wide coverage and it's useful for general background topic like understanding gastroduodenal artery and its variations. But it is prone to bias, there is lack of reproducibility, and it may omit relevant studies. So on the other hand, a systematic review has a predefined methodology to identify the articles, then appraise the data and synthesize all relevant studies on a specific question. Systematic review minimizes bias and informed evidence-based practice can be based on a systematic review. It is comprehensive and that is why it is time consuming. You need expertise in research methods and it will miss gray literature. What is gray literature? We will see that. A meta-analysis is a subtype of systematic review. Remember this is not a separate article. Meta-analysis is a subtype of systematic review. It is basically a review which uses statistical methods to combine and analyze data that is already published. So, two concepts that you have to understand. If you are just summarizing the data without statistical analysis, it is a systematic review. If you are doing statistical analysis on the summarized data, then that is meta-analysis. Meta-analysis provides quantitative evidence and increases the statistical power of outcomes, and it helps identify patterns. But remember that you need comparable data and the analysis is complex. We have a video on forest plot that you have seen that is the basis of a meta-analysis. Scoping review maps the key concepts, types of evidence, and gaps in research on a broad topic, explores emerging areas and identifies gaps, and it helps in refining research questions. So that is something known as a scoping review. Coming to some other less commonly seen review article types, a streamlined version of systematic review in a shorter time frame is a rapid review. It is useful for decision making under time constraint, but it has a higher risk of bias and it has less reproducibility. Umbrella review is a review of other articles such as systematic reviews or meta-analysis. So when you have multiple systematic reviews on a particular topic, if you are combining them into one review article, that is an umbrella review. It is a high-level summary ideal for policymakers and clinicians, but depends on included reviews and may miss primary data nuances because the quality will be based on the authors that prepare the summary. Integrative review is a holistic understanding of a topic or data from experimental as well as non-experimental research. It includes diverse methodologies and again is important for theory development, but it is a complex of research that needs to be done by very experienced authors. Otherwise, it can lead to inconsistencies in data management. A state-of-the-art review is usually invited. It is most current cutting-edge development and trend-based, most recent advances and useful for forecasting trends as well as updating knowledge. However, a state-of-the-art review will not have historical data. It can become outdated quickly and it requires expertise to interpret because the basics are usually not there. Okay. So a narrative review usually is on basic topics. A state-of-the-art review is usually on advances. Rapid review is a review of systematic reviews. Umbrella is multiple systematic reviews. And integrative review is a broad perspective of various studies that are ongoing. So these are the various types of review articles. Now coming to systematic review, like I said, it has a rigorous methodological process where you identify, evaluate, and synthesize all relevant studies on a specific research question. You need a predefined protocol. The protocol needs registration. We will see all the steps of systematic review. The aims are to minimize bias by using transparent and replicable methods. Unlike traditional literature reviews, a systematic review uses strict inclusion and exclusion criteria which are predefined in the protocol. The quality of evidence is also assessed. We will see the steps of systematic review and meta-analysis where you will come to understand what these points means. Basically, the individual studies that you will select for a systematic review are also assessed for quality. Then you see if they match the inclusion and exclusion criteria, and only then you include the studies that match the inclusion criteria. It is the highest level of evidence in evidence-based practice. When it comes to meta-analysis, and why the analysis word is in red is because it is just a statistical technique, basically construction of a forest plot that is often conducted as a part of a systematic review. It quantitatively combines the results of multiple studies to produce a single pooled estimate of effect size. This improves the power and precision of the conclusions. Meta-analysis can also reveal heterogeneity as we saw in the video on forest plot. It can reveal patterns and inconsistencies or overall effects that the individual studies may not show on their own. So systematic review is just a review of the data, but with a very streamlined protocol. And meta-analysis is when you analyze the data that is generated in systematic review. So a comparison between systematic review and meta-analysis, like I said, systematic review is a review of literature, whereas meta-analysis is a statistical analysis of systematic review data. Basically, what you are doing, statistical analysis is not always included in systematic review. And even if it's included, it's going to be qualitative analysis. Whereas in meta-analysis, this is quantitative and the statistics is the core component. We have seen the forest plot, effect size and heterogeneity measures. And these measures are very important if you are writing a meta-analysis. Can a systematic review exist without meta-analysis? The answer is yes, but a meta-analysis typically requires a systematic review and it cannot be done without a systematic review. PRISMA, MSTAR, and Cochrane Handbook are the tools used. Forest plot and funnel plots are the tools used if it is meta-analysis. Now, the process involves 8 important steps. We have highlighted it in this diagram, from stating the research question to searching database, inclusion, exclusion, scrutiny, and then the meta-analysis part, and then the publication. We will see each of these steps one by one in the next part of this series, and that will conclude our series on how to write a systematic review and meta-analysis. Thank you.